Alright guys, let us quickly look at question. We've done this one. It's uploaded. Let's look at question 4. Question 4 is requested. Question 4 of this previous question paper that was written when 5 December of Engineering Drawing N2. So let's see how do we go about it. Faster. Let's look at it. So before we even read the question, let us analyze the views. We are given the 2 views, and this topic is what is isometric. It's isometric of Engineering Drawing N2. So we are given the 2 views, and these views are given in what? In first angle orthographic projection. So which means this is the top view, this is the front view. So if they are given like this, according to this symbol, which is the first angle orthographic projection symbol. So the question reads as follows: figure 2 below shows 2 primary views of a machine component in first angle orthographic projection. So the title of the drawing is the machine component. So do not redraw the given views of this component, but draw to a scale 1:1 an isometric view of this component. You understand? So point P must be the lowest point. So what we have to highlight most is that we're using a scale of 1:1. The constructional lines of the cycle must be shown. The constructional line of the cycle must be shown. No hidden details. Hidden details are necessary. So which means if you show them, they are not going to penalize you. You'll be just wasting your time. You understand? So now let's start using a scale of 1:1. So you know the protocol of isometric. We firstly draw the horizontal line. So draw the horizontal line, then I'll draw a perpendicular line like this. So where they are perpendicular to each other, so these 2 lines that are perpendicular to each other, they are out of dimension and they are faint. You get it? They're out of dimension and they are faint. So from here till here, we don't know. From here, it doesn't matter, and they are faint. So if they say point P must be the lowest, so I can name where these 2 lines are perpendicular to each other point P. You get it? So at point P, I can put angle 30 degrees anti-clockwise faint and angle 30 degrees in a clockwise direction. Faint. Right. So these 2 primary views are given in first angle orthographic projection. This is the front. So I have to position the front on my right hand side. Where? On this side. On this side, I have to get the front view. You understand? So that this side it becomes my left view. You get it? Of which is what I do not have here. But using these 2, I'll be able to draw and get the missing view, because I know that the height and the height that is there in my front view, it's always going to be the very same height in my left view, and the same width there by my top view, it should be always the same width there by my left view. You understand? So right from point P, I can record this dimension now of 20. So from here till here, I say 20 millimeter. I record 20. So from here till here, there is my 20. You understand? So I cannot erase this one for now. Where 20 ends, I see what? I see, let me do like this. I see 40 from the very same point P going up there. I see 40 millimeter. So there is my 40 millimeter. You understand? So I can just take this one a little bit faint, extend it. You get it? So from here till there is my 40. So where my 40 ends, I can put this one faint and take it to both side faint. This side faint. So even this 30 faint. So all every point that I'm just getting, I take it in both 30 degrees anti-clock and clock. Every point that I get, you understand? So from there, I'm told where my 40 ends, I see what dimension of 10 millimeters. So this is simple, straightforward. Let's go together. You understand? So from here till there is 40, from where 40 coming this side is so much, is 10 millimeter. So I can cut the 10 millimeter, and I won't be drawing it. Just give a mark there. So there's my 10 millimeter. So where I'm getting my 10 millimeter, now what do I see? From here till here is 10 millimeter, which is this one. And it. So now I see a line, a point from here where my 10 ends, going back to where my 20 is ending. You get it? So I can simply get that line with that, with my 30 millimeter ruler. So we use this ruler to join 2 points or to record dimension. So remember, so this is what I have. You get it? So now from here till here seems to be a missing dimension. Where from here till here. So if it seems to be a missing dimension, you go back to what, to the other view, which is your top view. So we are told what is 10 millimeter. You get it? Because the front and the top, they will always share the same what, length. Because from here till here is length, from here going up is height. So my 10 millimeter, and I can draw it from here till here. Right. So where your 10 ends, I see a vertical going down line of 20. You understand? Of 20. So you follow this. Remember that this T-square of yours must be always attached to your drawing table, or the head of it, drawing table or your drawing board, and your set square must always flash along. You understand? So now I can construct it down. Finish. You get it? So if they said from my brother from here till here 20, from here till here 20, so which means this point is in the same line with this one. You get it? So now I can have this one dark. I do not have to record that 20. So for me taking this one, this side, it has already gave me what, this point. So it's good as if I'm having a line joining there. You understand? Right. So now I'm at this point. I want to come here. So from here till here is how much? You seems to be missing there in my front view. Check it in your top view. You understand? So I'm gonna trace it like this. Trace it like this. This one tallies with that. This one tallies with this. And so they are telling you what is 45. You get it? So it's 45. So from here till there is my 50, there is my 45. I draw it solid. So once we end at 45, which means I'm now here, I'm gonna go vertically up with what? With 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter. Firstly construct a faint line. So I come back to draw a 10 millimeter. A 10 millimeter. So now from here till here is 10 millimeter. So I'm at this point now. Going inside, we are told, actually we're given everything here. So from here till here is 10 millimeter. They are telling us there. Okay, from here till here is 10 millimeter. You understand? So before I record the 10 millimeter, I must come and take this line faint. There you go. So that I record the 10 millimeter. So there is my 10 millimeter. So I'm at this point now. So now I'm gonna go up with what? With another 10 millimeter. So I firstly construct a faint line. You get it? So now and it's supposed to be exactly there, because if I'm saying 10 plus 10, it's giving me the 20. Understand? Yes, it's that one, correctly at that point, 10 millimeter. So I'm at this point now, so I'm gonna go back to where I started to this one, because this one and this one, they're in the same line to each other, so I do not have to measure, and then I'll just go straight to this one. So I'm at this point now. Now I see an up vertical line of 20 millimeters. So now, which means I can come back to extend this one just a little bit. There you go. Then I record the 10 millimeter, the 20 millimeter. From where? From here. So there is my 20. You see what else I'm recording? I am drawing. Understand? So there is my 20. There is my 20. Then from there, excuse me, so I'm at this point. You understand? So now I'll go this side, faint. There you go. So there is no need for me to take it faint this side. Why? Because I cannot. Yeah, I can see, but I do not have any point here. You understand? I do not have any point there. So they said 20 millimeter again. So I put it at 0. So you can actually see that we record dimension on top of a constructional line. There is my 20 ending. So after I've gotten this one, I'll go vertically down till at my starting point, at the line of P, which is this one. There, you understand? So just vertically down. There you go. And come back and have it done here. You get it? So this is the shape that you have it. So you have to be careful. You don't get the shape this side. You don't draw it this side. So if you draw this side, if you draw this one this side, so which means you didn't follow the projection symbol. Of course, at the end of the day, we are going to have one in the same thing but different direction. So we don't create our own question. Be careful of that. Follow the question. So we are going to have a left view this side, of which is what is omitted. You understand? So now I'll take all the points at an angle of 30 degrees clockwise direction. Take this one I cannot see it clearly. You take this one, you understand? Take this one, take this one, same point. There you go. And there you go. You get it. So what do we know is that the front view as well as the top view, the front view, the top view as well as the left view, they will always share the same breadth or width. You understand? So which is 50. So I can simply record 50 millimeter from here till at 0. There's my 50 millimeter. After I've gotten it, what is going to happen now? So after getting this 50 millimeter, then I'm gonna get a line that will be parallel to this one from here till here. That should be parallel to this one. How did you draw this line? So it's a vertical going up line. There you go. And then from here till here. You get it? So remember this one. So don't be disturbed by this one. So now I'm going to get a line that will be parallel to this one. So to get it simple, so I'll simply record 50 from here till there. It was supposed to be the same from here till here. You get it? Then now I have this one dark from here to here. You get it? This is what you're supposed to have. And then from here to here, I have this one dark. Then I can come back to have this one dark. Faster. You understand? So now what is going to happen now? So I can record this one from here till the 50mm again. There's my 50 from here till there. So let me mark the half of 50, which is 25. Why? Because there is a hole there. You get it? So now I cannot measure 50 since I'm having my set squares with me. So I'll simply construct it vertically up. You understand? Which is in line with this one, prior to this one. Then from here till a solid is 50 automatically. There you go, 50. And from here till here, which I'm supposed to get it right there. There you go. You get it? So now from this point again, I'll record 50mm. From here till here. There you go. A 50 is right there. You get it? Then I go vertically up. Vertically up. There you go. 50mm. Then I have this one solid, and there you go, solid, and I can now close it. Solid. There you go. Then I can come back to this one and draw it solid. So this matching component of ours, assuming it was not having a hole here, you understand, we would have submitted it like this. So even in the final exam, try by all means to approach those points that are not that much complicated in your drawing. So approach those corners, you understand. So what seems to be a challenge, end with it, because the more you approach what seems to be simple, you'll begin to see, okay, it's going to be like this, it's coming like this, not like that. You get it? So again, we are going to have a line that is going to be dark from here till there. In conclusion, in terms of these ones, so this one, it should be solid, my guy. You get it? So you, as I was saying, that you begin to see, okay, it's coming like this. Okay, now I can see, I begin to see it, that is coming like this, or you understand. So you have to approach those weaker or those simple, straightforward points, and then you end with what is difficult, you understand, or you end with what you don't understand, or you don't clearly understand. So now I'm going to have a solid line, a solid center line that's going to be like this. I can stop here, you understand. So it's the half of 50, it's the half of 50. So now where's my person now? Where's my person? Yes, it. So what is going to happen now? So you're gonna come back to this one. Gonna come back to this one and be like, from here till here is 45. So we have to get what this a vertical center. So if I say 45 divided by 2, 17.5 or 22.5, I'm getting 22.5. 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. So take your green bumpers. So you open it to 22.5. 22 there is my 20, 21, 22 is between 22 and 23. So I can simply place it here and strike or mark there. You get it. And then from there, this is the center. You get it. Then from there till here, I can have the center. Right, so at the center we're supposed to draw diameter 30. So how am I going to draw that? So if I say 30 divided by 2, I'm getting 15, isn't it? So simply open my drawing compass to 15 millimeter. There is my 15 millimeter. You get it. Then now I come at these two center where they are crossing each other. It's my point. I place it there. I mark here, and I mark here, and I mark here, and I must also mark this side. Understand? Even though it's not there. So which means I must come back to extend this one. There it is. So there is the point that I want to work with. There is the point. So here is another point. So what is going to happen now? I'll construct this one faint and construct this one faint. I'm creating a square, and I come and have this one faint. It's a square, and have this one faint. It's a square. It's a square. Do you see? It's a point here, a point there, a point here, a point right here. It's a square. You understand? So if I can name this point 1 and name this one point 2 and name this point 3 and name this one point 4, you get it. So we are having point 1 up to point 4. You get it. So now if you check this point 1 and point 4, I mean from point 1 till 8.4 are corners of my square. You understand? So what I'm going to do, I will take my 30 millimeter ruler and join the two opposite corner point opposite to each other and their points. So which means point 1 and point 2 they're opposite to each other. Point 4 and point 4 and point 2 they are opposite to each other. Point 1 and point 3 they are not, they are opposite to each other. Point 2 and 3 they are not opposite to each other, but they are in the same line. And point 4 and point 3 they are not opposite to each other, they are in the same line. 1 and 4 not opposite to each other, they are in the same line. But point 4 and point 2 opposite to each other, point 1 and point 3 opposite to each other. So look at amongst these two, which one are far away from each other. So I'm going to join point 1 with point 2, point 1 with point 3. There you go. And when I'm joining them, this line of mine is supposed to pass exactly where these two centers are crossing each other. So point 1 and point 2 there is a center. I can say this is my A point center. Point 2 and point 3 there is a center, which is, I can say this is B, point B. And point 4 with point 3 there is another center, which I can say maybe C. So I have A, B, C, D. Point 4 back to point 1, I have what? A center there, which is D, which is that one. You understand? So I've joined the two longest opposite corner. So now I'm gonna join center to corner, corner to center, and these two lines of mine they must be parallel to each other. So I've joined the two longest opposite corner. So now I'm joining center point to a corner point. Faint. There I go. And I've joined the center to corner, corner to center. You get it? which is 2 and a C. So the time I join the center to corner, corner to center, you can actually see that I was actually from an alphabet to a number to an alphabet. So the time I join center to corner, so my longest line was cutted. So that one is my point. I'll call it Roman figure 1. Roman figure 1. You get it? So corner to center. So that line was cutted. I'll call it Roman figure 2. You understand? So now what is going to happen now? I'll place my drawing compass at let me start with this one. Place it at Roman figure 2. Further extend to point C. This is it. Now before I draw, I must check what is it coming. This is absolutely correct and is. There you go, till at point B. Dark. Can have it dark. So it shows that we are at the right track and is absolutely correct, my guy. You understand? So now what is going to happen? So now I can simply place it at what? At point 4, further extended to point A, so that I get an arc there. Place it at 4, further extended to point A. So there you go. Just a little bit. There you go. Dark. You get it? Like this. Then now we are going to have it just a little bit there. Just a little bit there. So which means we place it at Roman figure 1. Further extended to point D and A. Point D, which is this one. Point D and A, which is this one. You see it's coming correctly, but here it should be hidden. From here till here is gonna come. So which means this is what we're just looking for. You get it? Then from there I can now place it at point 2 to point C and D. There you go. And it will be dark from here till here. Because from here till here is going to be as hidden. Yes. So, and the thickness of the hole is not possible for us to show it. It's not possible because of the thickness. So the thickness is too wide. If the thickness was a little bit low, was a little bit smaller, we're going to see the thickness of the hole there. So to show the thickness of the hole, let's prove it, what indeed is not going to come. So is that line, isn't it? So I'm going to take the center constructional line, faint down, and take point A, faint down, and take point 4, faint down. You get it? So at point 4 going down, I'm going to record what? This thickness of 20 millimeter from here till here. We want to see what the thickness is. It going to come or what? So there is my 20. You understand? So now I can simply go back and place my drawing compass as point 4 to A, right? And come and place it at this point. So it will be something very small from here till here. This is what is going to be seen. You understand? So which means from here till here is the thickness of the hole. So the other part, it won't be seen. You understand? So thank you very much guys for watching. That was Mr. Kosi of Engineering Drawing N2. So please don't forget to subscribe to support the channel. See you on the next video. Bye. Thank you. Like the video you are watching guys. So see you on the next video. From here till here, this is your solution. You get it? So bye. Thank you.